What's up? It's William from Rocket Zero, and welcome to another Pixel art tutorial. In this video, we're going to be building Cyborg from Teen Titans Go. Now for this metal friend, we're going to be using some gray wool, light gray wool, black wool, white wool, terracotta for the skin tone, some red wool, light blue wool, and then just one block of pink wool for the eyes. Let's begin. Now the boots have the most detail, so this is going to be the most complicated part of the video, but the good thing is that it's right in the beginning. Afterwards, just easy cruising. So let's start. We're going to place 3 black wools. And then the next step is that we're going to add 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, 1 black, and 1 white. So there you go. Make sure you guys have this for the foundation of your cyborg. So it's going to be 3 black wools, a white wool, a black, a white, a black, a white, and then another 3 black wools. Then what we're going to do next is that we're going to go all the way to the left here. We're going to add 1 black, then 2 light grays, and then a black on top of each white wool. And then in the gaps that we have left behind, we're going to add a light gray wool, and then on the right here, 2 light gray wools. Now also feel free to stop the video whenever you need to, just in case I'm going too fast, or maybe you didn't quite get what we were doing. Feel free to stop it to catch up, and just make sure that you try to keep up. And then that way we can both build this very awesome looking cyborg. So let's keep going. So we're going to grab our black wool, and then on the right side here, in this block, we're going to go up by 6 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then down here, we're going to place a cube out of 4 black wools. Then we're going to add a white wool. And on the left of this white wool, we're going to add 7 black wools. Then we're going to go 1 block inwards, and right here, we're going to place 1 black wool and then a white. On top of the white wool, we're going to add 3 black wools going towards the right. And then another 3 black wools on the top going towards the right. Then on top here, we're going to add 3 light gray wools, just like so. And we're going to follow that up by adding 3 diagonal black wools. Now we're going to move on towards the right, and on the right of this 3 light gray wools, well, we're going to grab our black and we're going to go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to move on to the right, and we're going to go up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we're going to add a white wool down here, and on top of the white wool, we're going to go up by 5 black wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then what we're going to do next is that we're going to need to add 3 black wools. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And if you want to know if you did it correctly, there should be a gap of 1, 2, 3 blocks right here. So just go ahead and make sure that there's a gap of 3 blocks. And if there is, you are doing it right so far. Next, we're going to grab our black wool. And we're going to place 4 black wools in the middle of these 3 black wools. So go ahead and add 4 black wools. Then we're going to place 3 black wools on the right side. Then starting here in the middle, we're going to go down by 5 black wools. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to add a white wool on the bottom. And on the left of this white wool, well, we're going to go down by 7 black wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then finally at ground level, we have 7 black wools. Then we're going to add 1 black wool with a light gray and 2 black wools on the top. Next, we're going to add a white with a black on the top. Then a black with a light gray on the top. Then a white with a black on the top. A black with a light gray on the top. And then a white with a black wool on the top. Then we're going to add 3 black wools, followed up by 2 light gray wools and a black wool on the right. Then starting here, we're going to place 7 black wools moving towards the left. Then we're going to add a black wool with a white on the left. Then on top of this white wool, we're going to need to place 2 black wools going towards the left. Then 3 black wools going towards the left. And then here, we need to add 3 light gray wools like so. Then we need to add 3 diagonal black wools. And starting right here with this gray, we're going to go up by 3 black wools. And then we're going to go up by 4 black wools. And there we go, that was the most complicated part of the build already finished. Everything from now on should be pretty easy sailing or easy cruising, whatever you want to say. But yeah, that's going to be the boots. We just have to fill it in with white wool, but we're going to do that at the end of the video. For now, let's just start building the middle section of our cyborg. So we're going to grab our light gray wool, and right here we're going to place 4 light gray wools. And then a light gray wool on the top of this black wool, and on the left here we're going to add 2 light gray wools. Now on the right of this light gray wool, we need to go up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then over here we need to add 2 diagonal light gray wools on the top part of this 5 black wools, because we're going to place a black wool on the bottom here and on the right of this light gray. Now we're going to need to grab our black wool again. We're going to place 1 black wool on top of this light gray. And then here we're going to add 3 black wools. Then we're going to add 1 black wool. And to the left of this black wool, well, we need to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to move on to the left, and you guys see this 1 light gray wool. Well, we're going to place 5 black wools going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we need to grab our light gray wool, because we're going to place 2 light gray wools here and 1 diagonal light gray wool. Now below this light gray wool, we're going to add 2 black wools to the left, and then a white. So let's take a step back. What we're going to do is that we're going to do this whole middle section, and then we'll do the shoulders and the arms. So let's just work in the middle section. So for that, we need to add a little bit more detail in this middle section. So we're going to grab our gray wool, and right here in the middle here, we're going to go up by 3 blocks. And then we need to place 3 in the middle again, but this time they're going to be laying down. So basically like a big letter T. Then we're going to grab our light gray wool. We're going to place a light gray wool on each side of this letter T here, and then place a gray wool on the top. Then we need to grab our gray wool again, and on top of this light gray wool, we're going to go up, I can't talk, we're going to go up by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the left side, we're going to go up by 4. Then we're going to add a light gray wool on top of this 4 gray wools. And in the middle here, we need to add 5 gray wools. Then on this right side, we need to add 2 diagonal gray wools. So we have 1 and 2. So we have 2 on the right side, like so. And then we need to add 2 on the left. I'm sorry, we need to add 3 on the left side. So here we go. We're going to have 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go to the right side. We're going to grab our white wool. We're going to place 1 white wool, and then on the right of the white wool, we need to go up by 2 black wools. Then we need to go up by 7, starting here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we need to add a black wool on the left. So now let's move on to the left side here. Over here, we need to add 2 diagonal black wools. So 1 and 2. Then we need to add a white wool with 2 black wools going up on the left side. And then what we're going to do here is that we're going to place 6 black wools, but going that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we need to place 2 black wools going towards the right in this section right here. Then we're going to grab 1 white wool, and on top of the white wool, we're going to place 4 black wools. Then we need to add 2 black wools and a light gray. And on the right of this light gray, well, we need to add 7 black wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to add a light gray and a black. Now let's take a step back. This is what we have so far for the middle section of our cyborg. And now before we move on, I'm actually going to go ahead and fill in the light gray parts of this build. So I'll be back in just a second. And that's what it should look like after we fill in the light gray parts of this top section. And then at the end of the video, we're going to go ahead and fill it in with white, but for now, we're not going to worry about that. What we are going to worry about is that we need to start doing the arms. So let's begin with the right arm. So we're going to go up here, in this top part. We're going to add a light gray, and then a black on the top. Then on the right of this black, we're going to add 4 light gray wools, with 4 black wools on the top, and 1 black wool on the right of these 4 light gray wools. Now over here, we're going to add a light gray wool with 4 black wools going down on the right side. Now this shoulder does have a little design here, so that's what we're going to be building. So we're going to grab our gray wool, then a light gray, and then a gray wool on the top, on the left side, and on the bottom. So make sure you have added that little design just like that. Then we're going to add a light gray wool with a black wool on the bottom. And then below this black wool, we're going to place 4 black wools going towards the left. Then let's go ahead and fill in the shoulder with light gray wool. I'm not going to go ahead and fast forward this part, just going to leave it like this because it's going to take no time at all. And there we go. That's going to be the finished shoulder. And now we can start building the actual arm. So this is where his blaster goes, where he transforms it. This guy's pretty cool. He might be the most powerful out of all of them, if I'm being honest. Or maybe Beast Boy. Beast Boy is kind of secretly like the ace in the team. Alright, so let's see. What are we going to do next? Well, let's grab a white wool. Let's place a white wool right in this little corner. And then below it, we're going to add 3 black wools. And then on the right, we're going to add 2 black wools. So make sure and do this. So you're going to add a white, then 3 black wools on the bottom, and 2 black wools on the right. Then next to this white, we need to place 6 black wools going towards the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we need to grab our light blue wool, because right below this 6 black wools, we're going to place 7 light blue wools going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we need to place 5 light blues next to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need to add 2 more light blue wools. Now on the right side of this light blues, we need to grab our black, and we're going to go down by 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there we go. Make sure that you guys have 7 light blue wools, and then on the right, you're going to have 11 black wools going down. Then we need to add a black wool going towards the left. And then on the left of this black wool, well, we need to add 5 white wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we also need to add 5 black wools on the bottom. One black wool on the left of this 5 white wools. And then on the left of this black, we need to go up by 8 black wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we're going to grab our white again. We're going to go down here, and we're going to add a white wool in this corner and in this corner. Then we need to grab our light blue wool, and we're going to do 2 rows of 5 light blue wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make sure you have added those 2 rows of light blue wools. Then we need to grab our light gray wool, and we're going to place 1 light gray wool here, 5 light gray wools on top, and 1 light gray wool in that corner. Then we're going to grab our black. We're going to place 1 black wool here, 5 on top, and another one here. Then we need to grab our light gray wool, and we're going to add 2 light gray wools. And then we need to add the little like blaster like sight that he has here. So for that, do you guys see this black wool here? Well, we're going to move on towards the right of it, and we're going to add 1 red wool. And then below the red wool, we're going to add a black. And on top of the red wool, we're going to add 2 white wools. Then we're going to place 3 white wools on the right side. Did I say black? I meant to say black. Did I say white? I meant to say black. So we're going to add 3 black wools on the right side, and then another black on the top. So there you go. That's what the right arm should look like. Of course, at the end of the video, we're going to go ahead and fill it in with white, but for now, we're not. Now let's just go on and do the left. This is a long pixel art. It's a complicated cyborg, but it looks really cool. So now let's go do the shoulder. So for the shoulder, what we need to do is that up here, we need to add a light gray wool and a black. Then we're going to add a light gray wool with 5 black wools going towards the left, like so. Then below this 5 black wools, we need to add a light gray wool, a black, and a light gray wool. Then we're going to go down by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to add 1 black wool on top of the 6 black wools that we have there. And now he also has a design in this shoulder, just like he has over here. You can see it. So for that, we need to grab our light gray wool. You're going to add 2 light gray wools here. So 1, 2. Then we're going to add a gray with a light gray wool on the top. And we're just going to surround it with gray wool. Then we need to grab our black, and actually let's go ahead and fill in the shoulder with our light gray wool. So tell me if you guys like Teen Titans Go or the original Teen Titans. Now, I think I said this before, but I grew up watching the original Teen Titans. I think I have a couple of the playsets, so I'm definitely a Teen Titan OG original fanboy here. So, but let me know what you guys watch nowadays. Alright, so let's see. Now that we filled it in, we need to go down here, and we're going to add 3 black wools. Then on the bottom, we're going to add 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we need to add 1 black wool on the bottom right here. And now for this part of the arm, what we need to do is that we need to grab our light blue wool. We're going to grab our light blue wool, and then down here, or I mean up here, we're going to add 5 light blue wools going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to add 3 light blue wools. We need to grab our black, and we're going to move on to the left side of this 5 light blue wools, and we're going to place 7 black wools going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Now we need to grab our light gray wool. We're going to place 1 light gray wool, then 3 white wools, and a light gray wool. And then below that, we need to add a row of light gray wool. If you want to count it, it's going to be 5. Then we're going to place a black wool with 3 white wools and a black wool. Then we need to add 3 black wools with a light gray on the left and on the right. Then we're going to grab our black, and we're going to place 3 black wools in this shape and 3 black wools in this shape. And in the middle, we need to add 3 light gray wools and 3 black wools. Then we're going to grab our black, and on the right side, we're going to go up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 1 diagonal, black wool. And that's going to be the left arm. The final step now is, or not the final step, but we need to add the head. But make sure you guys have this for the body of your cyborg. This has been a long tutorial. Oh my. Alright, but let's get started, or let's start finishing. I mean, what we're going to do is that do you guys see this light gray wool here? Well, on top of it, we need to add a black wool. And then on the left of the black wool, we're going to add 1 light gray wool, then 1 terracotta, and 2 light gray wools. Alright, then the next step is going to be to grab our light gray wool, and we're going to place 4 light gray wools on top of this black wool. So go ahead and add your 4 light gray wools. Then we need to add our 3 light blue wools with a white on the top. Then we're going to grab our black, and we're going to place 8 black wools on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Now over here, we're going to add his eye. So for his eye, we're going to grab our red wool, and we're going to make like a big letter C, just like that. So you're going to go 1, 2, then go down by 1, and then place 2 more. So just go ahead and add like a big letter C. Then we're going to add 1 pink wool in the middle. Then we're going to grab our terracotta, and we're going to add 3 terracotta blocks, and again another 3 terracotta blocks. We're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to add 3 black wools, followed up by 2 rows of 3 white wools. Now below this first white wool here, we're going to place 1 terracotta. We're going to grab our white, and we're going to place 4 white wools going towards the right. And then a black. We're also going to add 4 black wools below this 4 white wools. And then on the top here, we need to add a black, a terracotta, and 2 more black wools. And that's going to be all the details for this face. We still need to add a little bit of the brain that he has up here. But for now, make sure you guys have this for his face. Now let's go ahead and add that brain detail. So for that, we're going to place a black wool on top of the white and next to the white. Then we're going to have 2 diagonal light blue wools and 2 diagonal black wools. We're going to follow that up by adding a white and a light blue. And on the top, we need to add 6 black wools going towards the left. So on top of this white, towards the left, we're going to add 6 black wools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now after those 6 black wools, we need to place 2 diagonal black wools. So here we go. We're going to grab a terracotta, then a black, a terracotta, then a black. So that's going to be our 2 diagonal black wools. Then we're going to add 1 terracotta and 3 black wools like so. Followed up by 3 terracottas going down. 3 black wools on the left. And below the terracotta, we're going to place 3 black wools just like that weird shape. And then here, on top of this light gray wool, we're going to place 1, 2, and 3. And that's a finished face. And let me just go ahead and fill it in with terracotta so you guys can see what it should look like at the end. So yeah, let me know what's your favorite Teen Titans Go character. I have to say, I'm pretty sure it's Cyborg. I just like him. He's really cool. Raven used to be my favorite in the original Teen Titans, but in Teen Titans Go, Cyborg's a bit cooler. Alright, so there we go. The final step is just going to be to fill it in with white wool, and it's going to look just like the one on the left. So if you guys enjoyed this kind of long tutorial, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell all your friends about us. Make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to know when we post our new video, which we're going to try to do at least once or twice a day. but we should have a new video coming up almost every single day for the near future. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.